You are about to listen to an exclusive interview here on Maximum Threshold Radio at MaximumThreshold.net.
Hello.
Hello.
Daisy.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, pretty good. How you doing?
Oh, Daisy.
I'm doing wonderful, thank you.
Oh, cool. Hey, I'm glad to have you back on the show here.
Hi, Daisy.
And we got Dave and Michael here in the studio also here.
Hi, Daisy.
Hi, how's it going?
I love you, Daisy.
Oh, good, thank you.
I just like you, so I'm not like Michael.
He's gay.
He was asking about your nails, what your nails
Hey, I
look
was
like.
looking at the highlights and lowlights in your hair, and I was wondering, on your nails, whether they were acrylics or fills or natural.
Listen.
Well, they are natural because I play guitar, so I can't have fake nails, unfortunately. I'm not as awesome as Dolly Parton.
Well, no offense. I wouldn't even care if you didn't have hands or feet.
That's awful. I feel like that's just what any guy would say about any woman, because that's just how men are.
No, that's not true. I liked your bubbly personality, too. I actually watched Rock of Love because of you.
Well, thank you very much.
I've never even seen it.
That's Dave saying he's never seen it.
Dave is in love with Bret Michaels.
Well, who isn't?
I just like him, whereas I like you. I was looking at your photographs today, and you give me a little background on you, and I saw pictures of you at the Anvil premiere, and I saw pictures of you at different events, and you look very pretty, especially on the red carpet.
He just saw pictures that I showed him.
No,
he's so full of shit.
I'm not full of shit. I just said several places I saw him. So nah.
So yeah, he saw him sitting in his chair, and he saw him leaning over to look at him.
And I need to know. That's all. So we hear that you're related to Oscar Delahoya. Is that correct?
Yes, I am.
And how are you related, if I may ask?
Oh, well, he's my uncle. He's my brother's dad, or he's my dad's brother. Sorry.
So basically, if a dude treats you wrong, everybody in the family is going to beat their ass.
I guess I really don't have a close personal relationship with anybody in my family, so I'm sort of on my own.
Really? And are you now? I'm not trying to sound racist, but are you of Hispanic background?
Yes, I'm very Spanish.
So no. The reason I'm asking is because I dated a Spanish girl, and their families are usually very, very tight knit. And the first words out of their mouth was, "Little white boy, you piss us off, we kill you." I'm like, dude,
my God, that was the worst Hispanic accent
that was her
I've
uncle.
ever heard.
That was her uncle. I swear to God, her uncle did that to me, and I was a foot and a half taller than him. He's like, "Little white boy." Like, I'm a foot and a half taller than you.
Traditionally, Spanish families, Italian families, they all come from very big families, which I definitely have a lot of cousins and nieces that I just don't even know who any of them are. That I've had the pleasure of going to family gatherings and just like endless amounts of this is your cousin and I'm like, oh my God. But I definitely grew up with some different circumstances in my life, and I ran away from home when I was 15, so I'm kind of the black sheep, definitely, of my family.
You're the hottest sheep I've ever seen.
It sounds like you need a hug. Come here. I was talking to Dave.
I don't do hugs.
You don't do hugs. She's a smart girl not to be around you, Michael.
Come here.
Give you a hug.
Does this smell like chloroform?
So you're a musician now. You play guitar. I'm not saying now, but I'm saying currently you're a musician. So what's going on with that? You have a band? Are you playing out? Are you recording an album? Are you seeking management?
I actually have been doing music for quite some time, since I was 18, so this isn't really anything that's new. It's just at this time period now I'm getting ready to do my very own band, because at those times I was performing in other people's bands, and so I'm getting ready to debut my album with my band, and my band is called Mechanical Animals. And we actually had gone on tour last year. We did like a full national tour, and now I'm just getting ready to finish up the production and start working on what will be the single and hopefully a video. And I'm really, really, really excited about it. And we're also doing a project along with that called Pledge the Music. which is basically, where fans can go and they donate a certain amount of funds towards whatever project the band is working towards, such as a video or
Sort of like
a
Kickstarter.
tour or merchandise. And fans get exclusive content as a part of that, and also 10% of the proceeds go to charity. And the charity that I personally support, as well as the band, they're called To Get Love in Her Arms, which is a nonprofit organization that helps support people who have ever dealt with suicide, drugs, or alcohol and stuff like that. So it's a charity that I know, a subject that I know a lot about, and I've been working with To Write Love in Her Arms for a while. So.
Well, that's cool. It sounds so basically like Kickstarter. Like I want,
Yeah, it is kind of like a Kickstarter. I don't know much about Kickstarter, but this is all strictly music, and it also I know on Kickstarter there is no charity or whatever. They don't give proceeds to charity. So those are the two differences. But yeah, I guess it's along the same lines.
So where's this band based out of?
Well, I am, based out of Los Angeles. I mean, it's based out of wherever I'm based out of, because I'm the, writer and sort of like a, 9 Inch Nails, Trent Reznor. You're not going to have 9 Inch Nails without Trent Reznor, and he can go anywhere in the world. So, but we are definitely West Coast based.
Okay, so let me ask you this, because like I said, I did watch Rock of Love. And you've been in a couple other reality shows. Has that helped or hindered your career as a musician?
I would say that it's probably helped it because, again, I have been doing music and acting and I guess modeling here and there for a very long time. So, Rock of Love was sort of my beginning start and, built a name for myself. So, that I think I feel very blessed and lucky that I, have that built-in fan base already, where a lot of people who are in bands, starting out, they don't have that, and it's really, it's really hard to make it in this industry, especially when there's, every person in the world is in a band, or they want to be in a band, or, or they're an actress or they're an actor. It's really, really tough and competitive, and I'm very blessed that I sort of kind of like went backwards and got to know the person before the artist. So that's, a little, different, because most people, build their reputation through their music, and you don't really get to know who the people are, and it's sort of mysterious and whatever. But, my thing kind of went backwards, and you got to sort of see this character, Daisy, before you got to see the, who I am as an artist. Yes. But, I'm still thankful for all those people that I had that support me. Obviously, there's still a whole 7 billion people in the world to, flew to be my fan, but I'm very lucky that I have the people that I do have, and it helps a lot.
Yeah, and so, who are your influences, and who's in the band with you?
Well, my influences are, pretty much all over. Rock and roll music has been a humongous part of my life since, I could speak. I, go bounce around from different artists to different artists depending on my mood, but, I love a lot of classic rock, so Led Zeppelin, Rolling Stones, Jimi Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix just celebrated his 70th birthday a couple of days ago, so I love a lot, really into a lot of Nirvana, Soundgarden right now, Hole, Manson, 9 Inch Nails, a lot of that stuff. A while ago, it was really, I was on an 80s kick, obviously, so it was really into Poison, Motley Crue, Guns N' Roses. I actually just saw Guns N' Roses, too, the other day here in Vegas, because right now I'm in Vegas, and that was definitely a really amazing show. I was like blown away by, I was just like in awe, because I don't think they had one bad song, a lot of bands you go and you hear their 1 or 2 hit songs, and then you're like, okay, cool, but like literally Guns N' Roses had like I mean, every song was like
Now you
freaking awesome.
You got to
You're
go back.
just like, ah.
Did you get to go backstage and hang out with them afterwards?
I freaking didn't.
Oh.
I was like, I know, one of the amazing guitarists his name is DJ Ashba, and he is an amazing guitarist. I kind of know him, so I don't want to be like a groupie anymore, but I mean, it is Guns N' Roses, so.
Yeah, we're good friends with Bumblefoot.
Yeah. I have a question for you. You said 80s music. When you were younger, any influence from Eddie Murphy? Party all the time?
Well, I don't really think so, because I would have been like 5 or 3. So listening to Eddie Murphy's "Party," "My Girl Wants to Party All the Time," probably wasn't an influence for me. But I was very influenced by Ozzy. Actually, Ozzy was one of my biggest influences when I was. I remember the video with Rita Ford. If I Close My Eyes Forever, that was probably like what did it for me. And then I remember being really disappointed though when I found out that Ozzy was married and had children, because I was like, wait a minute, you can't get married and have children if you're a rock star. But like, that's not okay. Like, that's not what rock stars do.
Well, that's true. So where can we find all the information on Daisy Delahoya and your music? What's the name of your project going to be, by the way?
Mechanical Animals.
Is that named after the Manson, or do you just is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So where can we find this? All things Daisy.
Well, you can always go to my website, which is www.daisydelahoya.com. Or you can go to my Facebook, which I post stuff, but mostly it's stuff that it's like dramatic stuff about my personal life, which I try to not do that. But and my Facebook is Daisy.Delahoya1, and then Twitter, which is Daisy_Delahoya. And then as soon as I'm, set up and running with Pledge Music, which is www.pledgemusic.com, the band will actually start having its own Twitter and Facebook and, hopefully a website at some point. And, those will sort of all be separate because, I want to try to keep, my own personal, personality separated from the band itself.
And when you get that music done here, you got to send it over here because we want to be like one of the official outlets for Daisy Delahoya and the Mechanical Animal. We want to help you out.
Yeah, I would love that. Like I said, we're almost finished up with the recording process. I just actually came back from LA yesterday and back to Vegas, and it's a 10-song album, and we are about I think 2 more songs to finish up recording, and then as far as production goes, it's about 90% done. So I'm really excited because it's been a long process, and there's still a lot that goes into it. And I think a lot of people don't understand. You do see a lot of people that they put out music really fast and all that stuff. But for me, this is a process because I want to make quality music, and there's a lot that goes into it, and especially when you don't have a record label, or you don't have funding, or you don't have all those things, so it takes a lot.
Oh yeah.
And I wrote everything majority by myself. I don't have a band, technically behind me. I have a drummer, my drummer, who his name is Chuck Irwin, and he actually drums, he drums for a lot of people, but he's my sort of partner in crime. And then other than that, I just am working with a producer. So it's a lot easier that when you have like a band, you have 4 people or whatever that you can just like bounce ideas off of. But when you're sort of like alone in your room or whatever, just writing guitar, it gets a little tedious and it's hard. But I'm very proud. I'm very excited that I'm able to do this. Like I'm just so excited about the whole situation because I listen to these songs and I'm like, oh my god, I wrote that. It's like really exciting. I can't wait to see what happens next, and hopefully, any other stuff that I write it'll just continue to be better and better and better. Because that's what I hope for.
Gotcha.
Well, Daisy, we're gonna have to let you go, but before we do, can we have you cut a promo ID for our radio station? Tell us who you are. Say something crazy, profess your love for me, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, say like your name. Say you love Michael or something like that, and say you listen to Maximum Threshold, and throw some crazy out at the end of it.
All right. This is Daisy Delahoya, and you're listening to Maximum Threshold, and we love orgies.
That was good. We'd buy that. Okay, Daisy. Hey, I want to thank you very much for being on the show here tonight, and definitely want to get you back on here, especially when your music gets done, so we can help promote it and do what we do best over here.
Oh, I have one more question. Are you still friends with Brett?
Yeah, I think a lot of people kind of have a wrong idea or not a complete understanding of the situation. But I don't have anything against Brett Michaels. He's a great guy, and it's sort of one of those things when you do a job of whatever you're doing in this industry. Of course I'm going to be friends with them, but he obviously continues on with his career, and I have to continue on with my career. So it's sort of like a parting of ways. But I don't have any bad feelings towards him, though. I'm very thankful to be part of that show. It's very, very lucky to be, had gotten to be part of that show for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just asking because I know like some people had bad experiences, and a lot of times it is what you make it too. Yeah,
I think I can't speak for anybody else because I don't know, what their situations are in their life or whatever it was. But for me, that's I do acting, I do singing. I'm an entertainer, so for me that's a job, and it was very exciting to have. And so I sort of understood more of what was happening and what the purpose was, and all those things, because that's as an actress or whatever in the entertainment industry, you sort of just have that understanding of the situation. So so for me it was the most amazing, one of the most amazing, grateful experiences that I have, currently. It really changed my whole entire life, and I'm very, 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 very thankful, and I'm super thankful for all the things that I've have come from it. But it's definitely time to move on to the next phase of who I am and what I'm doing. So I'm excited that I'm able to do that as well.
Okay, Daisy, hey, we want to thank you very much again for being on the show here. And like I said, we'll get you back on here as soon as you got something else you're out there pushing, okay?
Awesome. Thank you very much, guys.
And have yourself a wonderful evening.
Okay, you too. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye, Daisy.
Thank you for listening to an exclusive interview here on Maximum Threshold Radio at MaximumThreshold.net.